Want to land more auditions but don't know where to start? Casting Networks is one of the best platforms for commercial and print work. But is the cost worth it? Today I'm going to break down the membership tiers, pricing, and the features. Plus, I'll give you insider tips to make the most of this platform. Let's dive in! So what exactly is Casting Networks? Well, if you're an actor in the industry, this is one of the biggest casting platforms to use. It's often mentioned alongside Actors Access, which is another huge platform, but there's a key difference between the two. Where Actors Access primarily focuses on TV, film, student films, anything more theatrical, Casting Networks focuses more on print, commercials, anything more selling a product. If you're looking to break into those areas and have that be part of your resume, it could be a great place to start. Tons of agents and casting directors use this platform, so you want to make sure your profile is up to par. But before we get into that, let's talk about some membership pricing, what you actually get for your money. Casting Networks has two main membership options: Essential and Premium. Ooh, Premium. Let's break them down. The Essential membership price for Canada and the US is $14.99 a month. Here's everything you get. You can upload 2 pictures, 1 video, and 1 audio file. You can create a profile and a resume. You can browse the casting billboards to see auditions, but you can't submit yourself for them. You can receive and confirm the media request, but you can't submit yourself. But if you're represented by an agent or a manager, they can be the one that submits you for the roles. Basically, red flag alert, the biggest limitation is that you can't submit yourself for roles. You need your agent or manager to do that for you in this tier. On to the premium membership. The premium price if you pay annually is $299 a year. If you get the monthly plan, it is $29.99 a month. It's a lot of money. I know I have to pay it too. But here's everything you get. Basically, you get everything in Essential that I just mentioned, plus unlimited uploads for your headshots, video, and audio recordings, unlimited role submissions, aka you can audition for as many roles as you want, the Talent Scout feature, which is basically agents and managers searching for new people to add to the roster and you can be seen, Instagram linking so that the casting directors can see your Instagram profile and your online presence, which is pretty important for commercials nowadays. Things are really changing there. You have access to the role tracker to keep track of all of the things that you submit for, and you get a custom profile link, much like Actors Access, and you can share this with other people in the industry to network and say, hey, go check out my profile. Lastly, this one's a little strange, but it comes with health benefits if you're in the US. It includes telemedicine and healthcare savings. I honestly don't know why. Important disclaimer for those who've already had Casting Networks. I'm going to read this off my laptop just so I get it all right. If you were an annual Essential plan before March 2025, you've automatically been upgraded to the Premium monthly for just $14.99 a month. But this change might only apply in the US. But that only applies if you've been on Casting Networks before. So your Casting Networks profile is basically your online resume. It's what casting directors are going to see. So let's talk about what's going to make it stand out. And the best way to show you is through, ta-da, my profile. So here's my actor profile. As you can see, we have my name at the top, whether you're a union member, and then these basic things that everyone wants to know. Where you're from, your height, your weight, all of the demographic details, right? This is that social linking to Instagram that they've added that's brand spanking new. And something important that I want to point out is actually these highlighted credits. That's great because it puts it right at the top of your resume. I highly recommend taking advantage of this. Some great things that people love to see on a resume for commercials is any sort of improv training, also any sort of commercial training, which I've done in the past. And one of my bigger name credits, also I attach my social to my Instagram if they want to go check out any of my reels or anything there, since I am putting more content out. Then if you scroll down, you get to the media portion, which first it's going to have your photos. You see all of these different headshots. Beautiful. Ooh, gorgeous commercials. Then we get into your videos, which are either reels or clips that you want casting to see. And then as you scroll down from there, anyone who had audio clips, if you want to do any voiceover work or anything in that area, you'd throw those there. That is in the works for me, so get excited to see me make a demo reel soon for audio clips. And lastly, it gets into your actual resume, which as you can see here, I'm listing the commercials first, going down into my training and the film section and the television section, short film, education, theater, musical theater. All of this is a lot of categories that Casting Networks give you, but it's very important to once again optimize your profile, fill it all out. it will take you forever. It just will. It will, but it will pay off. And then finally, consider this the special skills section, as we talked about in my last video on Actors Access. If you're looking to also make an Actors Access profile, which is very necessary for the industry, please go click on that video after you watch this one. The link will be below. This is also very similar to that, where you have to click all of the individual skills, special skills, hobbies, sports, instruments, dialects, anything that you do, you have to go through and manually select those. And it's important that you go do that because it means that you will show up on the casting director search when they're looking for someone with those skills. So make sure you have those selected or else you just won't even see the project. Scrolling down past that section, we get to the assets section, which is basically, do you own anything? Some people like to use casting networks to search for people who have vintage cars or certain wardrobes that would be useful for a shoot. And in the final section, we have other experience, which is where you would put any of your special skills or things that are maybe a little bit more personal to you that you want written out. Below that, you get into the technical details of your sizes, which is very important for commercials. A lot of commercials want to know your sizes. Demographics are a big thing for them. And then you have a portion that is called appearance, which is basically not on your actual profile, but you have it for yourself because it helps to match up the algorithm of casting networks. Yes, I'm saying algorithm, it's like you using social media to a degree. Below that, we get into the role preferences, which is any sort of details you want for filtering out searches. This will help filter it out for you. Once again, that's not actually on your profile, but it will help you to break it down so you don't get billions of submissions. You can just be looking at the things you specifically want. Now that your profile's all set up and ready to go, let's see how to search for roles, shall we? So you're just under the Your Profile tab. Now we're going to switch over to the Casting Billboard tab. The Casting Billboard tab is basically all of the roles that are listed right now. What you're going to do is utilize these filters. These filters are going to help narrow down what roles will specifically be tailored for you. That's going to save you a lot of time. Once you find out all of those, you go click filter. Now let's say I want to look more at this El Pollo Loco commercial. I can click on El Pollo Loco, the title of it, and it will show me all of the details, the casting director, where the email is, the usage run, everything that they've posted about this project here, along with all of the roles, even the ones that don't come under my filtered categories here. If I go back to the main section and click on one of these roles that I might want to audition for, it will give me some of the details, the callback information, audition information, all of that. Once I click on submitting to the role, I can come down here, confirm the location that you're working out of, select which headshots you would want to submit for that specific project for them to see, aka you want to match up your headshots to the project, your demo reels to the project. If you want more information on that, I go through how to collect your demo reel and headshot footage in another video in this Actor Essential series. Please check it out on the playlist. Then I'll scroll down. I would select the video I want, which media goes with this specific job. I would select then a submission note that I might want to say. Pro tip, I would give a little bit about yourself right here in application to the project, aka if this is for Pollo Loco and they are looking for someone to eat chicken on screen, you can say I will eat chicken on screen because it shows them that you're not vegetarian or there's not going to be issues with you not being able to use the product. Once that's all filled out, come down to here, click send submission, and it got sent in. Hopefully you'll get an audition for it. So now that you know how it all works, let's talk the pros and cons of casting networks. Pros. It's great for commercial and print auditions. If you are looking for that and that is what you want in this industry, this is the platform to do it in. Casting directors and agents are actively using this platform. It is pretty much industry standard for commercials. You will not have to worry about, oh, but if I pay all this money, like, will I actually see legitimate auditions? There are legitimate auditions on this website. And another pro is that it is quite nice to have unlimited uploads for yourself, and you're not having to do it in an a la carte manner. Cons. It's expensive. I mean, there's no way around it. $29.99 or $299 annually is really expensive, especially for an acting platform. I mean, Actors Access is around like $70, I think, annually. That is a huge price difference. Another con is that if you're a free user, you can't submit for auditions yourself. You have to have representatives that will do that for you. You need an agent and manager, which we all know can be kind of difficult to get, right? It's not very user-friendly in that way for a beginner. They really make you dive all in or all out based off the payment structure. And the final con is that if you are looking for theatrical auditions, like TVs and film stuff, this isn't really the platform that does that to the nth degree. I would say you're more in the actors' access pools if that's what you're looking for. Commercials, yes. Films, no. So here's my final thoughts. I would start off with the free version to just get a feel for the platform. Use those free trial benefits. I mean, if you don't gotta pay, don't pay. Complete your profile 100%. You're only gonna get accurate results if you actually have your full profile done. So don't even bother to start using the platform until you know you have your headshots, your reels, everything you need to build up your platform, because otherwise you're just wasting time with it and you're having to pay money for it. And lastly, if you're not a repped commercial actor already, I would recommend maybe starting off with Actors Access first before moving on to casting networks, because Actors Access will have opportunities for you as a newbie, but they're much cheaper. All in all, is casting networks worth it? If you're looking for print and commercial auditions, yeah, it is. You have to. But if you're just testing the waters, start with the free version and maybe utilize Actors Access more. I hope you all found this helpful. It was a lot of work trying to get all of this information together. I hope it helps clarify whether or not you need this platform or not. If you want, you should check out my other videos in this Actor Essential series. Basically, I'm holding your hand through how to get started as a working actor. Start at video 1 and just watch all the way through. All right, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Mwah.